what's up guys, right here. Today I am in the 2020 Toyota Raize. Raize, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. So this is a parallel imported model, okay. Borneo Motors Singapore has it. This Toyota Raize is like the smaller version of the RAV4, okay. And in Singapore there are 3 variants of this Toyota Raize that you can get. The Raize X, followed by the XS, and then the Raize G, which is the highest trim variant of the Toyota Raize that you can get. So this has the 3-cylinder 1 litre turbocharged engine, okay, 98 horsepower, 140 Newton meters of torque. The transmission is a CVT and this car is a front wheel drive. So what else about this car? This has a 36 litre fuel tank and this car is quite light. It's about just above 1000 kilos, okay, 1040 kilograms. Dimensions wise, it's also a relatively small car, okay. It's not even 4 meters long, just under 4 meters long. 1.7 meters wide and 1.62 meters tall. So to give you some perspective, it's not as long or wide as the Toyota CHR or the Vezel, but it's taller than those cars, okay. Unlike most new Toyotas which are built on the TNGA Toyota New Global Architecture, this is actually built on the Daihatsu New Global Architecture, DNGA. Alright, so Toyota says this car has class-leading luggage capacity of 369 liters, comes with a few safety features as well. We're going to talk about that later on. This I don't think has an Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So pricing wise, different PIs have different prices for this car, but they are all in the 80k-ish range. So in terms of pricing, the engine and the specs on paper, right, this car I believe competes with the Kia Stonic. I think in this review we're gonna bring it for a drive, ask the owner about his opinion, and just take a look around the entire car and see whether it really is better than a Stonic or not. I guess, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah. Alright, so let's get going. Alright, so Sharil,
yes.
Tell us why you bought this Toyota Raize. What was going through your mind when you decided to get this car?
Because when I first saw it,
steering is very light.
Yeah,
very light. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I really liked the way it looked, because to me it really looked like a baby RAV4. So that really got my attention. Then from then on, started to look at the specs and all. Then it's a 1 litre turbo. Okay. So 1 litre, which means your
road tax is very cheap.
is cheaper. I think it's like less than 400. Yeah. So that's a plus to me, because I was looking for not so easily, not so expensive. No, I don't have to put in so much money in the car. Essentially, yeah.
I understand.
Then it's also, I wanted to see what's all the hype about this SUV.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype before this car came out. I remember that.
So just went in and went for a test drive.
You really like it?
Yeah, I really liked it, because you can really, at the point of time, they let me test the turbo.
Oh, really? Like they let you pull, as in go faster a bit and stuff. Okay.
So it's like the pickup is there, I mean, compared to like other.
Yep, the pickup is there.
Compared to like other cars that I've driven before.
Feel a bit sluggish,
Yeah, this one is quite. Yeah.
Okay. So you've owned this car for just a few months, right?
Yes, just a few.
Okay, so do you mind sharing how much you paid for it roughly?
Okay, because this one, I bought this car right after circuit breaker, so the COE was like lower. I think it was at its lowest.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's about, I paid around less than 78,000 actually.
Less than 78?
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. I don't think you can get
now
that kind of price right now. Yeah. So that means your depreciation is very low, like what, 7k plus a year? Wow, that's very low for a brand new car. Okay.
Yeah, so
then you've owned it for how long already?
2 months.
Circuit breaker now 2 months plus.
I got the car in September. I think.
Oh, just last month Okay. So far, I mean, still very early. You only have
at least 2,000 plus.
2,000 plus kilometers. Okay. So how has your ownership experience been so far?
So far so good because it's a new car. So
no issue
No issue cannot talk so much about reliability
I mean, but Toyota, the branding should give you a bit of assurance, right?
It's Japanese.
It's a Toyota. I think should be pretty okay lah.
Yeah, so they also gave me like what 5 years warranty.
Okay.
So hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Free service? Do they give you free service?
Free service for the parts, but
For
the
the
labor have to come out like $40 since they are
Okay. So what if like your engine oil, just a regular service, you do all that?
only for their labor,
Labor lah.
$40.
Oh, I see. So the engine oil, everything is free.
all
All the
is
parts
free.
is free. Okay.
Yeah, filters. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, yeah,
So what do you like about your Toyota Raize?
it's very easy to drive.
Very easy to drive.
Because actually this car is when I went to when I was looking for a car, it's actually to look for a car that my wife would drive also. Because
Okay.
this one is more for her to drive to work and send my baby to infant care.
Okay.
Yeah, so the main criteria for a car that I want would be easy to drive, easy maintenance, and doesn't cost much to run it lah.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
easy to park also. Yeah, so my wife loves it lah because it's quite compact.
Yeah.
Because it's much smaller than the HRV, the Vezel.
Yeah. Okay, so do you mind sharing with us a bit of what kind of features this car has, and what kind of fuel efficiency, fuel consumption numbers are you getting?
So for fuel consumption, so far, because my wife drives to work, she doesn't go on the highway. She's like just traffic
city.
light.
Okay,
traffic light.
So quite not the best.
Not the best.
Not okay.
Yeah, it's about now I'm averaging about 12 to 13.
12 to 13 for city traffic lah.
Then maybe
City
once
driving.
in a while we go on the highway.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I use the car to get to work at
Okay.
night, because I work the night shift
Okay.
sometimes. Yeah, so it's about 12 to 13.
12 to 13.
When on paper they
18, right?
advertise it as 18.
Yeah. I
On
think that's a
paper lah.
very the best you can do lah.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 to 13 for city driving. Almost all
Exclusively
almost all the
traffic
time.
light, yes.
This-
X doesn't come with those lane assist.
Okay. Only the higher end.
Only
variant.
access onwards.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has the auto start stop.
Yeah, just the auto start stop. Then
That's pretty much it. Okay. And this sort of digital.
Oh, this one is given by the PI.
The stop it wasn't.
It's empty. As in,
Empty.
they don't give you a entertainment system. So it's all
Oh, okay.
aftermarket.
Understand.
Yeah, I think it's the same for even in Japan.
In Japan. Okay.
It's not like the Toyota. It comes with they're like the Altis one. I see they have their own entertainment system.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's not as standard, but this one is not. This one is the Pioneer brand.
So is the interior of the higher end variant, the XS and the G different, or is it?
G is different.
G is different.
X and XS is the same. Yeah, so
G is what, like leather?
I think the steering wheel is leather.
Steering wheel leather. Okay.
But everything else, like the seats, this is given by the PI. This
Okay.
if not, it will be like the cloth type of seat.
Understand. So what do you dislike about your Toyota Raize?
Actually, it's just the aircon console. It's very ugly.
Yeah, it looks a bit old.
Yeah, very dated.
Very
It's like
dated. Yeah.
back to the past.
Yeah. Other than that,
Nothing much. Because I got this car is more for like
just A to B.
A to B kind of thing.
Okay, not so particular about like power or whatever. Okay. So let's say somebody is looking to get a Toyota Raize. Do you have any tips or advice?
No, you better sit inside the car and go for a test drive to make sure you really this is the car you're looking for. Make sure you're happy with the interior, because some people they are very particular about the interior. So this might really
turn them off. Okay.
But at least the gear stick isn't as ugly as the ones in the Nissan car, like Nissan Note. Yeah, the gear shift is like one stick. Very ugly.
Do you have anything else you want to share about Toyota Raize?
I mean, in my opinion because they have two. I mean, they have three variants: the X, XS, and the G.
Yeah.
I think you should either go for the X or you go for the G.
Don't go for in between.
Yeah, because the in between they just give you the so-called the lane assist. There's the extra safety features.
Okay. The auto
Toyota
braking
sensing,
or whatever.
the auto braking. Because for me, I don't really trust this auto braking system.
Yeah.
Because I had bad experience with it before.
Okay.
my mother-in-law drives the Mazda 3.
The latest one, right?
Yeah, with that auto
feature.
braking
Okay.
feature.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it not say it didn't work. It worked, but it worked at the wrong time.
Oh.
Like,
So you weren't prepared for it to jam brake? Then it jam brake, something
because
like that.
it jam brake when there's nothing in front. So it's like there's like glitch, you know. That's why there was a recall on the car.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it happened to me before the recall. I was like driving to KK hospital, then at zebra crossing, I slowed down at the zebra crossing, and then for some reason the car jam brake by itself.
Okay, but you were going quite slow lah.
Yeah, so I was really slow, and lucky there's no car behind me. Not say very slow also lah. Maybe less than 40.
Less than 40.
Because like it's slowing down to the
zebra crossing.
Then it jam brake on me. So it's like, oh.
Okay.
And then another thing about those safety feature, especially the lane assist. Let's say you're going on a one way, like one carriageway, one lane, lane, and then you're sharing another lane with the opposite traffic, right? So there's one
divider. Yeah.
So let's say if there's a car parked at the next to the pavement, and you need to avoid the car, you need to go over the line to avoid the car. The lane assist will try to push you back into the lane, you know. So you cannot avoid the car. So that also can cause an accident if you're not prepared for it.
True.
It's like,
you cannot like.
no, then you have to force you have to fight with the car.
Okay.
You're trying to avoid an accident, and then it's making you get into an accident. So I don't really trust all this.
Okay. Is that why you didn't like go for the higher end variant?
The G, for me, I'm not really particular about
the safety.
Because it's another about 6,000 to 7,000 additional.
Okay.
Fine, no point.
No point Okay.
It's just the aircon console. I think everything else is scratchy plastic.
Yeah. Alright. So my thoughts driving this car so far for the past maybe 10 minutes. Performance-wise, I think that's what most of you are curious about. I would say low end torque is quite good. Slight turbo lag before it picks up, but it's not like very sudden. Pretty gradual kind of pickup. I think if you're talking about low end torque, I think the Stonic is a bit more sudden, I guess. Like it's a bit more. You feel like it's faster. You know, the low end torque is a bit more than this car. Okay, because this is a 3-cylinder, sometimes at idle you'll feel the vibration, but for this car it's not that bad actually. That much. Let me put down the aircon a bit. Okay, now I notice it. With the aircon, I put the aircon at slightly higher fan speed. So you do. Let's say I put the aircon down lower a bit. You do feel the vibration in your seats lah. Okay, I can feel it behind here, but it's not like crazy kind of vibration lah. I guess it's livable. It's a 3-cylinder engine anyway.
Now you have to test drive and
you have to test drive and feel. Okay, interior wise, I think this is where the Stonic would win lah. The Stonic is you get leather in a few places. It's just a nicer cabin lah to be in, and also the Stonic comes with like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, stuff like that. This car is a 369 litre boot. The Stonic I think is like 3.5 something, slightly smaller than this lah, from what I remember. The fuel tank on this car is also a bit smaller, but I think this is a bit more fuel efficient than the Stonic. I'm gonna floor the car off the line. Very gradual. Very gradual pull. And I feel like this car is taller than. It is a tall car.
It's taller than the Stonic.
Yeah, taller than the Stonic, taller than the Vezel CHR.
Is it?
Yeah, slightly taller. It's about 1.6.
Speaking about the height, actually, because previously I was sharing the car with my mother-in-law to send my son, right? So to put my son in the car seat, I had to bend down quite a lot. I never really noticed it when I was driving the Mazda 3. Only when I started driving this Toyota Raize. Then I start to put my kid inside there.
Then
I don't have. It's much more
easier.
It's much easier to put my son in the car seat. For this X and XS, you can't adjust the height of your seat, but the G you can. You can adjust the backrest.
Front and back.
Front and back only.
Angle of the seat, okay. So this is this position is fixed lah.
It's fixed, so that's why you have to sit in the car and make sure it's the height is correct. Yeah.
Important note there. So that means if like let's say you are
Short.
then after that you buy this.
You have to buy cushion below lah.
Wow.
So that's why you have to really sit in the car and make sure it's the correct level before you buy it.
Yeah.
Unless you're buying the G lah, then G no problem. Even the steering stock, you cannot bring it back. You only can go up and down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You only can go up and down. You cannot bring it back.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, to sum it up, it's just a very entry level, affordable Japanese car lah.
Yeah.
For the height and all, quite an okay drive lah, I would say. You know, for Toyota first of all, and being like a crossover. Not as fun to drive as a CHR. I think the CHR was purposely designed to be like a bit sportier and stuff. I remember I had quite a lot of fun in that car. Yeah, very fun car to drive. This is, I think the target market is a bit different. Yeah. Alright, so if let's say you guys have any further questions for the owner, or you have anything else you want to know about this car, just leave a comment down below. Hopefully the owner will be free to reply.
It's I'm enjoying
the drive lah, and also enjoying the not having to pay so much money also. Okay guys, that's about it for this review. If you have any questions, do ask away in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next review.